It started with a whisper, a few hundred people marching down Sunset Boulevard. But by nightfall, helicopters were circling, tear gas filled the air, and LA looked like a war zone. This isn't fiction. This is America. July 2025. In late June, federal immigration agents launched one of the largest coordinated deportation raids in U.S. history. Over 10,000 detentions in just 48 hours. And in cities like Los Angeles, with millions of undocumented immigrants and mixed-status families, the reaction was instant and explosive. What began as a peaceful protest in MacArthur Park quickly turned into a national flashpoint. Videos of ICE agents clashing with teenage demonstrators went viral. One clip, showing a young girl being dragged while screaming for her mother, set TikTok and Twitter on fire. By July 1st, thousands poured into the streets. Protesters shut down major freeways. Some set up human barricades outside ICE facilities. Others camped out for days. The movement took on a name, 50511, referencing the federal statute used to justify the raids. Police in riot gear were deployed. Curfews were imposed. Over 600 people have been arrested. Dozens injured, and yet every night, the crowds come back. Bigger, louder, bolder. Public opinion is divided. Some Americans see these raids as necessary law enforcement. Others call them racial profiling. The president has stayed largely silent, while former leaders and civil rights icons have spoken out. And now new footage suggests that plainclothes federal officers may be using unmarked vehicles to detain individuals without warrants, eerily similar to the Portland protests of 2020. The 50511 movement has spread to over 40 cities. Live streams from protest zones rack up millions of views nightly. Influencers, nurses, teachers, veterans, they're all out there, chanting, marching, documenting history in real time. One sign reads, "We're not just fighting for papers, we're fighting for presence." But then, something changed. On July 15th, just past midnight, all live streams from the downtown LA protests suddenly went dark. No signal, no explanation. Cell towers in a 2-mile radius were briefly disabled. Within minutes, dozens of protesters vanished. No records, no arrests logged, just missing. A leak from inside DHS days later confirmed what many feared. A covert task force codenamed Specter had been deployed. Their mission wasn't crowd control. It was data retrieval and neutralization of digital instigators. Whistleblowers now claim an encrypted server in the Mojave Desert holds facial recognition profiles of thousands of demonstrators. Journalists trying to confirm the site have been turned away. Some followed home. And yet, 5051 marches on. Anonymous drone footage captured last night shows a new symbol, a handprint smeared in red paint, splashed across federal buildings in 3 cities. Someone is fighting back, but no one knows who. The raid may have started in silence, but the reckoning is coming in a scream. July 18th, 3 days after the blackout, a server breach in Nevada exposes what the government called a test environment. But inside, tech activists found more than code. They found names. Thousands of undocumented citizens and U.S. nationals flagged for digital subversion. People who donated, posted, live-streamed, or even liked a protest photo. Protests turned tactical. QR-coded flyers, burner phones, counter-surveillance patrols. By the 20th, the chant had changed. Who took them? Where are they? Who took them? Where are they? Then came the 505 drop, an anonymous email blast to every major journalist in America. 505 GPS coordinates, 505 time-stamped photos, all leading to the same chilling pattern. Each drop site was tied to a missing protester. Each location had no official record of ever being occupied. One journalist disappeared 36 hours after publishing the coordinates. Her last text read, "They're watching the watchers now." But something shifted in the silence. A coalition formed underground. Lawyers, data scientists, former agents, and survivors. They call themselves the Second Presence. Their goal, to expose Specter, rescue the disappeared, and dismantle the digital blacklist. We never left. We were erased. Graffiti sprayed across a Homeland Security van, Washington, D.C. History may be written by the victors, but presence, that's written by the ones who refuse to disappear. 50501. To be continued.